News 46 is brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community. News is also brought to you by Dr. George Leeks, Pahrump's optometrist since 1990, offering full spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight on News 46, firefighters respond to 2 home fires. Several accidents occur over the weekend, and the lighting is held for the community Christmas tree. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Monday, November 30th, 2015. We hope you had a wonderful holiday weekend. I'm Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. An allegedly distraught female reportedly lit her own bed on fire on Thanksgiving morning in an attempt to kill herself, according to police. She then locked herself inside her vehicle in close proximity to the home that was now on fire. We caught up with Fire Chief Scott Lewis to find out more.
We had a report of a structure fire. In fact, we responded and found heavy smoke and fire with fire venting through the roof. There was also a off-duty volunteer from our department who was in the immediate area and reported that there was a female locked in a vehicle in the driveway and was not responding to commands to leave that vehicle. The sheriff's office arrived, confirmed a working structure fire, and removed that person from the vehicle. And that patient was then medically evaluated and later transported by the medic unit to Desert View Hospital. The crews commenced the fire suppression. There was closely located multiple exposure structures, including an RV, another fixed structure, and a detached 2-car garage, which had numerous personal property stored within. And as crews commenced to an interior attack, they quickly controlled the fire. As suppression was underway, we received a verbal report over the radio from the sheriff's office indicating it was an intentional act by that person that was earlier removed. And so the sheriff's office worked diligently and had secured the necessary information to effect an arrest.
So there was possibly psychological issues?
Can't rule it out, and as part of the medical evaluation that was being conducted at Desert View Hospital.
The other structure that was behind the main house, there was people inside there too, and they didn't want to leave either?
It was an occupied structure. There was an older female residing in there, and she was reluctant to leave that immediate area, but with the fire conditions and the fact that we were going to be controlling the power to the property, it mandated that she would temporarily leave. We did restore that service to that property, and she re-entered probably within the hour.
Tell me about the animal inside the structure. There was a reported, I think, 1 dog?
We didn't have any canines or anything like that, but a exotic bird was removed out of the back of the residence. We're not sure exactly at what stage that removal was completed, but there was other on-site animals. None of them were affected or impacted by the fire.
And another home caught fire Saturday afternoon off Basin Avenue.
We were just clearing a motor vehicle accident rescue assignment. We were dispatched for the report of a structure fire in Union Pacific. As we were en route, we were informed that the reporting party, which was a neighbor, saw visible smoke and fire coming from what they described as a single-wide manufactured dwelling. Upon arrival, we found numerous vehicles, personal property, structures of all different sorts and types, occupying about a 2.5-acre parcel property, and we had heavy smoke showing in the middle of that property. Crews made their way back and found that what is actually described initially as a single wide was actually a converted motor home that was now being used as fixed structure. Crews found heavy smoke with fire venting from the doorway, and they effected an interior attack, a modified interior attack due to the type of construction also within this physical location within the property. And they made good effect and quickly controlled that fire with no extension. Primary and secondary searches were completed. There was no one found in the structure, and there's actually nobody on the property at the time. The owner then came back shortly thereafter, probably about an hour or so, and we believe that that fire was accidental in nature and most likely related to an ignition source of electrical.
So You guys did a primary and secondary search because you thought that there might be somebody inside that home.
We could not rule it out. There was so many structures on the property, and with the front door open as it was, and it had been set up with a swamp cooler, it had been set up with a number of other things that would give everyone the impression that somebody could have been, residing there, not necessarily full-time, but even on a temporary basis.
Heavy equipment had to be utilized to remove an occupant from a vehicle on Highway 372 following a two-vehicle collision.
It's just west of Pahrump Valley Boulevard on Highway 372. There was a two-vehicle accident. It was a side, what we would commonly refer to as a T-bone type accident, with significant intrusion into the one vehicle. It was approximately almost 2.5 to 3 feet intrusion. Significant impact. We found that driver was physically and medically entrapped in that vehicle. And our engine one, which is also capable of rescue, went into service with the Jaws of Life, which are our Hearst tools, and they did a driver's side door removal. And we removed that patient. We were going to transfer that patient to Mercy Air, however, Air 21 was unavailable to us. So that patient was subsequently transferred to Desert View Hospital.
And then possibly airlifted from there, right?
It's possible. I don't know if the hospital, what their mechanism was for transporting that patient further to trauma.
Was there anybody else injured?
There was one person evaluated, but they declined medical treatment.
It appears that the road crew was a little late in replacing the stop sign this morning at the intersection of Calvada Boulevard and Dandelion Street. Lack of a traffic control device appears to play a role in the cause of this accident. Shortly after the collision, workers replaced the sign.
Dispatch for a report of a motor vehicle accident. It was also reported at the time that there was one person who couldn't get out of the car. So we treated it as a rescue assignment. We upgraded it. Myself and the medic and the rescue engine responded. We in fact found a T-bone type collision at that intersection, significant damage to both vehicles. However, the driver of the one vehicle who was initially reported to be trapped crawled out through the passenger side window prior to our arrival.
Sure. All right, let's talk about the stop sign. What was going on with that?
There was initial concern on the location as we pulled up on the intersection. There was a lack of traffic control even for us arriving on scene. It was found that one of the stop signs had been displaced. And so we had to use extreme caution as we were approaching the scene from Dandelion on to Calvada as well. And as we were there, obviously the county came in and placed a temporary stop sign up for everyone to be safe.
So it probably was knocked down by another driver or what?
You know what, there was construction in the area, so it's uncertain as to how that stop sign became displaced, but in fact that's what it was, and it may have precipitated the accident. The Sheriff's Office was investigating that aspect.
When we return, your Desert View Hospital Health Tip.